Tonight we've got a wreck. We have got a mass of materials, junk, and we have two multi-tools we're going to be pushing to the limits, perhaps breaking both of these tonight. So this is the $13 professional multi-tool. It's a Shear multi-tool, and this is the knockoff, the fake Leatherman Raptor. Now let's go ahead and get started. So first, going to cut through cardboard. Does an excellent job. Go ahead and get the $13 multi-tool. Cuts through cardboard just fine as well. Put that out of the way. I did want to mention the more like the fine test, I guess you could say. If you can see, the Leatherman Fake Raptor just does an excellent job cutting through this really thin material. Now, when we come to the professional, or it has been known as the Paul Chin multi-tool, it does nothing but if you shove the scissors together so they don't have play in them, it actually does a good job. So that's what's going on there. All right, so let's move on next. We're going to just jump right into the seat belt actually. Go ahead and take a chop with the seat belt. Cuts right through, no issue at all with that. The fake Leatherman Raptor just has no problem at all with the seat belt. Let's go ahead and try with this. And we're having some binding issues, but again, if you can get your finger and sort of get the jaws to line up, then they can cut right through it as well. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some tougher and harder materials. Let's first do the rubber inner tube. So some of you mentioned many of these materials. You wanted the Leatherman Raptor to try, the Leatherman Raptor knockoff to try rather. So I thought it'd be fun to bring in this Paul Chin multi-tool as a competition. Now we've got 17 gauge. This is going to be electric fence wire. And there we go. Cuts right through it. Cuts right through it. Let's try these fake Leatherman Raptors, and it actually cuts right through that as well. Let's go ahead and bring this pair of junk shoes I have, and I will be cutting right through. Let's see. Now this sort of puts this pair of scissors to the test, and the handles they definitely feel plasticky, and it does feel a little tougher to do that. So we've cut through. Now it's going to be really hard to cut through all the way with this. Let's go ahead and bring this pair of scissors in. Going to try to, let's see, here we go. Move this out of the way so I can insert these. And there. And there we go. And there. So that definitely cuts through it. Has no real problem. Now, this pair it's just these handles just really feel like they're getting close to the breaking point. So, oh, that is close. That is close. Close to breaking them. But they will cut. But so you can see they went all the way through, but that's really close. Okay, before I destroy these completely, let's go ahead and just show these can cut through thin sheet metal. This is more like HVAC. And then these professional multi-tools, these $13 ones, just do an excellent job. I mean, they act like they're essentially HVAC scissors, like duct scissors. So even if you have a whole bunch, so they can cut through 3 layers. 3 layers. So no problem, ready to go. Now, I don't know if these, oh man, that's close. These feel like they're on the breaking point. All right, so I guess they did do that. Now, I've got a souvenir coin I wanted to try out. So, again, no problem here. Let's go ahead and try out these fake Leatherman Raptor they actually are doing a pretty good job. So, pretty good job. Now, for one of the last things I'm going to try, I thought I would, if I could find it. Here it is. I don't know. We'll see if this works. I thought about trying some coat hanger just to sort of stretch these to their limit. So, here's the $13 multi-tool. Let's see if I break these. Oh, before I do that, let's cut through some of this material. So, I've got some old clothes right here just to show how this works. So definitely can cut through material. So it can cut through metal, and then it actually surprisingly still feels very sharp actually, or sharp enough for this. There we go. Can cut through shirt. Now, again, this $13 multi-tool is going to do a lot better cutting metal than fabric. So I think what it has to do with is the tolerance of these shears. They're just made for heavier duty stuff. So if you want these as like a nice pair of scissors to cut paper and small stuff, it's actually better as garden shears or maybe HVAC shears. So again, if you put the handles or the scissors together, press them together, you can sort of get them to cut, but they're not doing very well. So these fake Leatherman Raptors actually do much better with clothing and so forth. All right, so let's go ahead and come to sort of the ultimate test. Let's see if I can cut coat hanger with this. All right, and I did it. I cut through. Now, let's see if I can cut through coat hanger with. All right, so I actually did cut coat hanger, but these scissors don't feel extremely good. You can see where there's the mark. So there we go. But they will cut through coat hanger. They're still functional at this time, I think. Let's go ahead and I'm going to fold this up. So this pair has the lock there, and then you'll notice it does have centimeters, and then you've got the pocket clip, and then we will try the seat belt cutter. Now the seat belt cutter seems to be fairly dull. Let's see. And so, I mean, it's, sort of works, but this would be, I would say, a last resort. It just doesn't work very well, the seat belt cutter. So the scissors definitely, I think, are the best part of this tool. This doesn't even lock. So that's how you can tell that if you've got a real Leatherman Raptor or not. If this locks into place, it's a real Leatherman Raptor. The fakes, as far as I know, do not. So there we go. And then we do have this as well. Let's see, I think this is supposed to be the ring cutter. Let's go ahead and try this out on some other tools here to see if it will work. And I will grab the coat hanger. And let's see how it works. All right, it actually did. Cut the coat hanger. All right, did it again. And all right, so that actually works pretty good. So I might try this. I've got a Canadian scent. It's very tough. I cannot even cut it with metal shears. And you can see it is starting to cut through there. So this actually does sort of work. This is a lot tougher than a penny actually. And there we go. So this is extremely tough material. and it is making an indent there. I'm not sure if it's actually going to cut it, but see, I'll put it back in here, give it one more shot, and yeah, I guess it's reached the end there. So these are still intact. They're still working. We've cut coat hanger wire, we've cut rubber, we've done cloth. So it's still working. These are still working as well. I could go ahead and do the same test on this with this Canadian. Let's see, I'm not. So, uh-oh. And I've got it stuck, and I broke the scissors. So anyway, these are very heavy duty. This, it broke. All right. So that shows what will destroy this pair of scissors. So both of them are pretty tough actually, and I'm sure I would have destroyed these if I'd tried to cut on these with the shears. Hopefully that helps you understand a little bit. Now, all of these are not going to be the same from the factory, but as far as my pairs, that's what they did. $13. This is about $24, $25. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.